The world remembers the mushroom clouds, the pain and anguish caused by the most destructive weapon ever known to man, unleashed on the Japanese almost 65 years ago.
A significant deployment of the free world's might.
Now the U.S., the only country to ever use a nuclear weapon, will host a summit to try and make sure the power to cause this much pain never falls into the wrong hands. 47 countries will be represented at this convention center in Washington, D.C., 38 sending their heads of state, trying to agree on a way to meet President Barack Obama's goal of securing all nuclear material within 4 years' time. Right now, it's believed only 9 countries have nuclear weapons: the U.S., Russia, France, China, the United Kingdom, India, Pakistan, North Korea, and Israel, which has never publicly admitted that it does. The U.S. has had its own problems trying to secure its arsenal of nuclear weapons. 2 years ago, Defense Secretary Robert Gates fired the military and civilian heads of the Air Force after an investigation found that 6 nuclear warheads were accidentally flown from North Dakota to Louisiana and not missed for hours. And the U.S. accidentally shipped nuclear fuses to Taiwan. Those were not missed either. The military says it has made changes and now says its arsenal is secure. But the White House says this is about more than countries that have the bomb. They believe there is a substantial amount of vulnerable nuclear material around the world. It's found not just in warheads, but in some medical equipment and in nuclear reactors that produce energy. But there are some experts who point out that making a nuclear bomb is an incredibly complicated process, and just getting the raw materials doesn't necessarily mean that an organization would be able to detonate one on a busy city street somewhere in the world.
Would have to fashion a device, and there are wide-ranging debates about how easy or difficult that would be. It would certainly take some people who are very well trained, but could you do it with a couple physicists and a couple metallurgists and put a weapon together? Possibly. I think people tend to overstate the ease of doing that, but that doesn't mean that we want to have these sorts of materials floating around. I mean, you don't want to tempt it.
The White House expects at the end of the 2-day summit the leaders will agree to do their part, but analysts say it will take more than that to achieve the president's 4-year goal.
I think there's more uncertainty about what the long-term consequence is, whether or not a group of important, influential 40 or so states getting together and doing this is going to encourage other states to do likewise. If it does, I think it will be adjudged a very successful summit in the long term. If it doesn't, it won't be such a successful summit, but actually we're not going to know its true success until some years after it's finished.
The start of the long process begins Monday. Culhane, Al Jazeera, Washington.